join before it's too late, or you're going to get left behind because we're in the age of technology right now. And if you're not tech savvy, then you're just going to fall behind. And that's, yeah, unless you want, it depends on what career path you're chasing as well. And everybody has a different level of success. Some people find success working a 9 to 5, cleaning toilets. I don't want to work anymore. That's my cult of success. That's my view of success. I want to spend time with my family. And to do so, you got to become financially free. So AI definitely has to be in the mix of that. And I would definitely start using it if you're not.
The next wave of business leaders won't just use AI, they'll master momentum with it, starting now. Welcome to the Mastering AI Momentum Show, where visionary founders and driven business leaders turn artificial intelligence, automation, and scalable systems into real growth, real scale, and real freedom. If you're ready to break bottlenecks, reclaim your title, and scale smarter, this is your playbook. Let's dive in. Here are your hosts, Allie Porter and Elise Smith.
Welcome to the Mastering AI Momentum Show, where today's top entrepreneurs share how they're scaling smarter, evolving faster, and navigating the future of business with or without AI. My name is Elise Smith, and I'm here with the amazing Andrew Negrin, who's the director at Swipe Savings. He's on a mission to help business owners stop paying on credit card processing with years of experience in merchant services. And guys, they can do amazing things, so you've got to contact him. Andrew created two powerful programs, one that lets businesses keep 100% of their revenue through zero-fee processing, you heard that right, and another with some of the lowest flat rates in the industry. He also runs a white glove referral program for partners offering lifetime residual and full-end back-end support. At Swipe Saving, Andrew and his team focus on tech-forward, scalable solutions with 24/7 US-based support and seamless POS integration. He's passionate about simplifying payments and helping business owners and partners to grow. And I've had a chance to talk with Andrew a couple of times, and I'm amazed at what your company can do. So tell us more about who you are and how you serve people.
Hello, everybody. I'm Andrew Negrin, the director over here at Swipe Savings. A little backstory about me. I really had no experience before this with cold calling or credit card processing. I came into this industry as a newborn, and over the years that I've been here, I gained a lot of experience and knowledge, and the company has noticed my hard work and dedication, the blood, tears, and sweat that I put into it, and put me in the position that I am in today. And it's been an honor working for this company. They care about who works for them, and they make sure that their employees make more than what they make. It's crazy how this company is. Backstory: born in Chicago, raised most of my life in Florida. I was barber for 16 years, owned a barber shop, a couple of locations. So I've been in that space. I'm also a music artist. I have a lot of different music on multiple platforms, Spotify, YouTube. I have a lot of 4K videos on there. You guys are more than welcome to look me up. My artist name is Drew Dinero. So Drew Money. It's kind of funny. I do credit card processing as well. But yeah, I'd love to share more. If you guys have any more questions for me, I'm ready to answer them.
I love it. Oh man, you are a multi-passionate person, aren't you?
Yes, just I love growth. I could have went on the list. I have multiple other businesses that I've ventured off with that I've made profits on. I'm really good at scaling. I'm good at connecting. I'm a people person, so I'm not scared to walk up to anybody and start a conversation. I guess that's a gift that I have, that I'm not scared to present myself and see how I could benefit somebody with their life. It doesn't even have to be business because, I come from a past of wrong decisions that I used to make in my past, and now I'm completely sober. So I have 4 years sober now. I don't drink alcohol. I don't do anything, no party, bars, clubs, none of that stuff. I'm really focused on, scaling my life. This all happened from the death of my brother 4 years ago. So I did take a loss for me to prosper the way I am prospering. But, with death comes blessings is how I see it. So, it kind of saved my life when my brother passed. So that's how I see it.
That is amazing. And I love your story and the fact that you're so vulnerable to be able to share that, because we all start, regardless of what position we hold in our business, like we start with a goal and a dream, right? And yours, I know, is to be able to serve people. And that is really, really awesome. So have you always been that way? Like from a kid, have you always wanted to serve other people and it's just innately who you are? Or what happened to like trigger you into the whole entrepreneurial world?
So I've been like this my whole life. I've always been a person to always try to please somebody or put them above me. If I see somebody struggling, I'll pick them up. If I see anybody that was struggling with drug addiction, I have connections now where I'm able to actually find them a place to stay, and become sober. I've been a part of the community. I've done community service in schools since I was a kid, not because I had to for credits. I just love being around kids and seeing children happy and, having a great role model around them. And, something that I didn't have growing up. I didn't have somebody that looked like me with tattoos that was actually bringing a positive reinforcement to me. Instead, they were bringing me a negative, impact to my life. And I just wanted to reverse that psychology that was around me in my life at that time.
Beautiful. Man, you are such an incredible example to so many people. And I know that people are going to be really inspired by what you're talking about right now. So let's go into the mindset piece of it before we get more into the nitty gritty of how you scaled and helped scale the business that you're in. So, what kind of mindset shifts did you need to make in order to be able to get to where you are? Like any limiting beliefs that you feel like you needed to overcome?
Yeah, a lot of things that I took into consideration was, working on my mental health. That was one of the most important things that I took into consideration into looking into myself, like being more mindful, meditating, grounding myself, dealing with a loss, doing call. It's when you like instead of just like always being sad at every day at a moment, you're actually picking the time of the day to like think of something that they taught me. They gave me this tool belt when I went and did therapy for my brother's death, and it's just so much that they taught me that I just forgot the words of the tools that they gave me, but I know what the tools do. So
Mhm.
it's just those simple things, being mindful, meditating, working on my physical health, mental health, all of that is a big part that takes play into being successful. If you don't have the right mindset and you're not at the right place in your head while you're trying to scale or if you're looking for financial freedom, it's going to be very hard. I can't say you won't get there because I can't be a person that say, oh, you won't make it there if you're sad because there's a lot of sad people that have a lot of money right now. It's just, you gotta, it's all about your mindset. That's what I could say all in all. It's all about mindset.
Yeah. And I mean, going through something as difficult as death, I'm so glad that you felt like you could turn to others, professionals, right? To be able to through it and give you tools to help you not only survive through it, but really thrive because now you have these tools that you can apply in your business life, which man, business has a lot of ups and downs, doesn't it?
Does. It does. It's hard when you got, you're calling. We really don't do cold calling in my business. 80% is referral based, but that 20% that we do the cold calling, it's brutal. Calling 200 people and not having one person answer, or those are the worst ones when you call 200 and not even one answers. At least if three answer, it's, hope, but it happens. It's business, and you got to just stay with the same mindset and wake up the next day and say, what happened yesterday was yesterday. Today is going to be a better day.
Yeah, exactly. And you choose that every single day like that. That is a
Yep.
choice. And because you have this amazing tool belt that you can go to for mindset work whenever you need it, you're able to be that much more efficient and effective. Like whether you're a CEO, a salesperson, the person who picks up garbage in the company, like, it doesn't matter. You want to keep pouring into yourself so that you can continue to pour more out. And I think you're a perfect example of that. So thank you so much for sharing that piece of it.
No problem. I love, spreading any kind of help that, maybe there's somebody that's going to watch this video that can relate to my story, and I hope it touches them.
Definitely. Well, neat. So I'm not sure if you started when Swipe Savings started or if you want to kind of focus on a different business. But when we talk about scaling, what do you feel like are the most important things for a business owner or someone high up in the company to really consider and think about to take their business to the next level? What are those things that really help to take the business to the next level?
Well, with the experience of swipe saving and also my barbershop, because my barbershop, I started that barbershop with only 8 barbers and it got up to 21 barbers. So I've scaled the barbershop. So I would say, it all depends on if you got to have the money coming into the business for the employees to be able to make the money. So if you have, an overflow of employees, but there's not enough money coming in to pay the employees, it's not going to work out. So you have to have like swipe saving made it easy for me to scale because we have such a large infrastructure behind us that I can have multiple call centers. Like right now, we have relationships with different kinds of companies that feed us referrals that we're offering them residuals. So we're not even coming out of pocket with these companies, compared to with the barbershop where I have to make sure that my barbershop has clientele coming into the barbershop to be able to feed 21 barbers, so it's a different kind of process for both. So, I would have to do more marketing here with the barbershop, but with Swipe Saving, millions of businesses use credit cards. So it's like the customers are already there. So it's just different avenues. So it's a different process for each.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that sometimes we focus on one more than the other, right? Like if
Hmm.
you're focused on referrals, that's not always dependable. And so we want to make sure that we have a marketing piece to our business. If you're focused just on marketing, you are missing out being able to take advantage of the fact that you have loyal customers or even like white label partnerships or something like that. So, what do you do to build the relationship for your referral partners?
So right off the top, we offer them 50% of the residual margin. So any business owner or any individual that refers me a restaurant per se that's processing about $100,000 a month. Let's say the 1% is the margin, so that's $10,000. So if they're getting 50%, they're getting about $5,000 just for introducing me to this restaurant every month for the life of the contract. So that's for the next 3 to 6 years, you're receiving $5,000. So it's a great incentive, if with five of those restaurants, you're at $25,000 a month, so it's a great opportunity. It's something that actually you could look forward to that could set you to financial freedom. I really don't know too many businesses. I've done a lot of different businesses in the industry, but I don't know too many besides life insurance and the healthcare or insurance industries that pay out residuals. And I could wake up on January 1st next year, still going to be receiving, a $25,000 check, even if I take a month off, so.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like you have an incredible company behind you. And just wow, 50%. Like you heard that right, folks. 50%. Like you gotta talk to Andrew. That's so great. Well,
Yeah,
what do
and
you do?
that's
Go ahead.
no, I was just saying, and that was just an example of a standard, single restaurant that's only doing 100,000. There's restaurants in New York that I'm working with that are doing about 1.5 million a month, so the residuals on that alone are tens of thousands of dollars, so we're talking about restaurant groups, big chains, people that own 40 restaurants. So if you find a restaurant group as one of your referral partners and you bring them over to me, and they're each paying you 5,000, that's 5,000 times 40 just off of one deal, so there's big opportunity, really big opportunity.
Yeah, definitely sounds like it. Sounds like you hit the jackpot, my friend.
I did, and I
That's
got
so great.
blessed. Yeah, so I could even tell you guys, let's just start how I got blessed with this opportunity. I was cutting one of my customers' hair. His name is Justin Lucci. He's a veteran. He's been in the treatment industry for a while. He got into this industry for a little bit. He had a big deal, and he knew that I was a hustler and that I loved, new opportunity. And he brought me here, and I started out as an ISO under him. So basically, any deal I would bring in, he was getting a piece of my pie. Long story short, it didn't work out for him. He was at a higher caliber, so he had to go find something else that was more suited for him. And he gave me his blessing. And I from that day forward, I dedicated my life to this company. I went 3 months in the beginning without making a single dollar. I rode the train every day to the business. I live about 40 minutes away from here, so I ride the train every day. It takes me 40 minutes to get here, so I'm Ubering to the train, then Uber or walk, either Ubering because I got tired of paying for Uber. Sometimes I would just walk to the office. And, the owner, Frank, recognized that I was dedicated. And, from that day forward, he's like, I want to make you part of the company. I want you to actually get a piece of everything that's coming in because I see that you really care about the well-being of our company. And, I have a great partner. Klaus is kind of like my mentor that kind of showed me the ropes. I could learn very fast. I'm like a copy and paste kind of person. Like if you show me something and it's like, it's stuck inside of me. And like my trainer, I love her. Her name is Jen. She kind of got upset because when she trained me, I didn't take any notes. And like the first application she showed me how to fill out, I already knew how to fill out the application. She didn't have to train me again. And she was kind of upset about that. But I told her, you should be happy. You're a great teacher. I said, So yeah, I started from nothing, and ended up the director of the company. And now I'm making big decisions. They're including me in the big deals. I have a say. If I have something to suggest, I'm heard. So it feels great.
That is so awesome. I love that. And it just shows that like hard work and dedication education really can help you to climb up the ladder. And now you get to be part of something that you loved already, right? Even at the level that you started out with, you loved it, but now you get to really influence it, which is really awesome. Well, neat. Well, let's move into AI. So, what are your thoughts on AI? I know that's an open ended question, but what do you think?
I love AI and I use it every day. I use it for my trainings. I use it for my emails. I use it for my everyday work life. Without AI, it would be, I probably wouldn't be in the position of it I'm gonna be 100% honest because I'm a creative person, but AI enhances and intensifies my ideas like to the next, it scales my ideas. So I'm very creative. So like when I think of an idea and I put in the AI, that's a great idea, Andrew. It talks to me, and it's like, it motivates me. And then I'm like, wow, maybe I should try this. And then some of the ideas that I've came up with and put in through the AI have worked and brought money to the company and made us partnerships and helped us build big referral partners. That's how I built this relationship with this American-based call center to work with us without having us to pay upfront costs. They're just a residual partner, and that's very unheard of to get a big American-based call center to only want to work off commission. So it's a
Mhm.
great. They saw the benefit of the opportunity and they didn't want to miss out on it. So yeah.
Yeah, I will say that we use even just ChatGPT for understanding how to structure a deal and being able to know how to take that relationship further with our partners as well. Because you get on a call with someone and it's like, okay, we have that instant connection. We want to become partners. We don't know what this really looks like just yet. And as you're building and we take the transcript of every single call, run it through ChatGPT, which I call Gail, by the way. Have you named yours ChatGPT?
I have separate projects, so each project has its own name. So
Mhm. Love it. But it helps you to really stay organized and focus on there are times that ChatGPT takes information out of the conversation that completely went over my head in the moment, right? And
Mhm.
it's like you could build an entire strategy around that one piece that you might have missed with just your own human brain. And so I love that you're using that. Are you using any other tools than ChatGPT or?
Oh yeah, multiple. For my training, I'm using NVIDIA IO. And now they just unleashed a new software in their program where they're doing the AI actually speaking for you. So I'm doing a lot. All my trainings are made on that. And I'm pretty techy. I'm pretty good at editing. So Photoshop, Adobe, all of those platforms, I'm already good at those. So this AI makes it a lot easier. Of course, Canva, those are more simple programs. I was already on the more advanced side with editing from my music part of my life. So I always designed my own cover arts and everything. So Photoshop and Adobe Premiere Pro, those programs come natural to me. So these other AI programs, they're like so easy that if you already know about how to edit, these AI softwares like it's so easy. I love it.
Yeah.
It just it gives me my time back. It gives me my time back.
Exactly. And it helps you be more creative, right? Because you get bogged down in like the how to do something. You can just kind of let your creativity flow, which does give you a ton of time back and opens up new possibilities that you didn't have before, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Cool. So if AI could do one thing for you that it's not currently doing right now and you don't know how to make AI do it for you, what would it be?
Well, there's a lot of new technology out there. I've met a lot of companies that have, the sales rep bots that, after 2 weeks, they turn into a 10-year veteran. Those are pretty cool. But I mean, if AI could show up to work for me, that'd be great.
Exactly. I know we should all just like clone ourselves and have our AI working, and we can spend time with our families and
Yeah, yeah, that would be pretty much it. But besides that, I love AI. I use it from leads. I use it for everything. I use it. Notion is another program I use.
yeah.
Notion is amazing. It's basic a goal high level for free. So it's crazy. You could
Yeah.
actually build out your own CRM in there with AI. It's amazing.
That's amazing. So thinking of Swipe Saving as like a full company, where do you feel like AI could be implemented into a larger company like that?
I mean, if we needed like, if a call, maybe a AI call center we have that already in the works, those are great. We actually have it launching, I think tomorrow, the first bot, and we're going to see how it goes. The owner has a connection with somebody he went through, and I don't know that's the owner's deal. But we're trying, they're supposedly the bot's going to be sending me deals. So we'll find out how it works. The 10-year-old bot that just learned all this 2 weeks ago. So
Exactly. I know, it's amazing. And honestly, you have to just kind of give it a try, right? Like you don't
yeah.
know how it's going to work for your business, but I know for our clients, the AI agents that we build out have just been amazing for them. And it can be a little bit scary, right? Like taking putting your trust into AI, but you've got to start somewhere. And we had to start with the internet at some point, right? Like we had to trust that the internet was going to be okay. So if there's somebody who's watching this and they're a little bit concerned about like jumping on the AI bandwagon, what would you tell them?
Join before it's too late, or you're gonna get left behind because we're in the age of technology right now, and if you're not tech savvy, then you're just gonna fall behind. And that's yeah, unless you want, it depends on what career path you're chasing as well. And everybody has a different level of success. Some people find success working a 9 to 5, cleaning toilets. I don't want to work anymore. That's my cult of success. That's my view of success. I want to spend time with my family, and to do so, you got to become financially free. So AI definitely has to be in the mix of that, and I would definitely start using it if you're not.
I know, and it's super easy to just get started, right?
Super
Just
easy.
have a conversation with ChatGPT.
Just tell ChatGPT you've never used AI and you're scared, and it'll tell you it will to make you feel a lot better.
Exactly. My dad, he lost my mom several years ago, and he's kind of lonely. And so it's interesting because I introduced him to ChatGPT, and he has just full, straight up conversations with this, woman on ChatGPT. He likes to call it. And it's really interesting how AI is filling the gaps for so many people in so many different ways, whether it's personal or business. We're just taking our lives and our economy and our world to a whole nother level, don't you think?
Yeah, my daughter's doctor is ChatGPT right now. Like, I really believe in holistic kind of medical. I don't believe in the shots or anything like that. So my daughter, we're very protective of her, and ChatGPT is really helping us. Like, we see a doctor for her, because, we got to give her checkups and stuff. But ChatGPT is like, if she's even doing something like this with her hand fidgeting a little bit, you could actually film that video and send it to ChatGPT, and it'll tell you have nothing to worry about. That's normal. Or it'll tell you the actual symptom that your child had. It's
Yeah.
amazing. It's crazy.
What an
Like,
incredible blessing. Yeah, it's incredible. Well,
it
me,
is.
okay, so what do you feel like for anyone who's watching this and they're really looking to scale their business to the next level, what's your like mic drop golden moment here of your best advice for someone looking to scale their business even further than what they have now?
Well, my best advice to give to somebody that's looking to scale their life is to start in the mornings. Start in the mornings and, give your mind time to slow down and breathe and then get your day started.
Mm. I love that.
Because, if you're not at the right mindset, there's no way you're going to scale. So it starts in your mornings and starting your day, great and making sure your mornings are good. Don't rush, don't argue with the family. Start at a peaceful pace so that your day's peaceful and you can scale
Mhm.
in that mindset.
It starts with us, right? It starts with us
Starts
as
with us.
individuals. And AI can never take that away.
Exactly.
I love it. Well, this has just been so much fun to be able to get to know you more, Andrew, and just
Thank
to have you on our incredible show. So if people want to learn more about you and what you're doing with Swipe Saving or really any of your other businesses, how do they get a hold of you?
I mean, I'll give you guys my email, and also you can follow us at Swipe Saving on Instagram. My email is andrew@swipesaving.com. Saving is not plural, so it's Swipe Saving.
Awesome. I know I've messed that up a couple of times, so I'm so glad that you really pointed that out. That's perfect. So connect with him because he's absolutely amazing, as you can tell from his story and just his presence on the show today. So thanks again, Andrew, for being here.
No problem. Thank you. I look forward to everybody's call or an email. Make sure you guys contact me. All right.
Awesome. So thanks for tuning in to Mastering AI Momentum, where AI means artificial intelligence, but it also means authenticity and impact, which is exactly what Andrew is doing with his company. So because scaling isn't just about doing more, it's about building smarter and staying true to what matters most. We'll see you on the next episode. Thanks, guys.
You've been listening to Mastering AI Momentum. If today's episode gave you clarity or sparked a breakthrough, share it, review it, leave us a comment, and show Ali and Elise how you're turning AI into ROI. And make sure you subscribe because the next episode could be the strategy that unlocks your next level. Until then, build smart, scale fast, and let AI multiply your momentum.